NES was sure a revolutionary console back then. In Japan it was Famicom, in Russia it was Dendy after Soviet Union, in China it was Subor which was a keyboard NES, in Turkey it was like Micro Junior, in Korea it was like Hyundai Cowboy or something like that, you know what? And after India, of course we had like Samurai consoles back over here. But Samurai consoles were quite expensive, so we could grew up with like Little Masters and Mitachi consoles. And all these Famiclones could run Famicom and multi-card games. And all these multi-cards were sure manufactured by China with that beautiful looking cards, and of course it had like a clickbaity thing, like that 9,999,000 of the games or something. And of course all of these multi-cards had all of these 10 games in common. Let's take a look at these 10 NES or Famicom games which actually define the multi-card genre over here and overall Asia. So let's get started. Of course I gotta mention this. This game existed literally in every Famiclone multicards. Sometime Mario was replaced as Mario 2 on the Famicom disk system. Sometime it was replaced with the dark background, chocolatey looking background to chocolate ball looking thing. Sometimes Luigi showing, sometimes Mario walking slow or fast, or moon jumping, sometimes starting from water level, etc, etc. No wonder why people at large outside America still share the nostalgia of Mario games, because this Famiclone multicards made them famous. It was quite a lot of fun, and many people over here believe that Mario level keeps on repeating over and over again. So people thought it was game glitched. My dad tried beating this and he was like, this game just loops. No one out there actually knew what was the ending of the Super Mario. Mostly people just played halfway and then hit the reset button and changed the game. I was one of them. Tanktastic classic of the Famicom era. While never officially released in North America, Battle City rose to fame as a staple on the Famicom multicards. Beautiful multicards loaded with multiple games. This 1985 jam is deceptively simple tank battler that offers pure, picked up and play fun. You command a lone tank, defending your eagle-shaped base from the waves of enemy armor. Kinda like World War II. The gameplay is pure arcade action. Destroy all your enemy tanks before they destroy your base. World War II. But beneath the surface lies depth. Levels introduce strategic elements with destructible terrain and power-ups like faster firing and tank speed boost. The real magic lies in the two-player co-op mode. Coordinating tank movements and sharing power-up creates a frantic and rewarding experience. While the graphics are undeniably retro, the charm holds up. The gameplay loop is addictive, offering a quick burst of challenges that perfectly suits a multicard format. If you ever spend time hours battling tanks on the Famiclone, you know the satisfaction of a hard-earned victory in a battle city. I kinda wondered if this game was the inspiration for Minecraft, because you can construct your levels according to your preference and play either with CPU or with your friend. Such a level of creativity in the late 80s. Great job Namco, and the official cover art looks so weird for this game. Antarctic Adventure holds a special place in my heart. This game, developed by Konami, wasn't a blockbuster, but its inclusion on countless multicards made it familiar friend. You take control of Panta, a penguin on a mission to reach research station across the icy expanse. The gameplay is simple. Navigate icy platforms, avoid bottomless pits, and collect helpful items. While the controls are responsive, mastering the jumps over scattered hazards can be tricky, leading to the moments of delightful frustration. The true charm of Antarctic Adventure lies in its presentation. The monochrome world, punctuated by colorful penguins and a vibrant sunset sky. It's surprisingly captivating. The chiptune soundtrack, the catchy rendition of the Skater's Waltz, adds to the game's quirky personality. While not a deep experience, Antarctic Adventure offers a solid dose of platforming fun. It's a reminder that simple mechanics and touch of whimsy can create a lasting impression. For those who spend their childhood afternoons battling boredom with Famiclones, encountering this penguin adventure again is sure to spark the wave of nostalgia. This penguin's sure faster than the Lufthansa Airlines though, running 800 kilometers per minute. Roar Fighter. a name synonymous with the countless hours spent glued to the flickering screen on the Famiclone multicards. This Konami classic, released in 1984, might seem archaic by today's standards, but back then it was fast-paced thrill ride. Forget the fancy 3D graphics and complex controls. Road Fighter is pure, simple arcade racing. You steer your blocky car with a digital pad, and also good luck with these tight corners. And just 2 buttons, one for high gear, another for low gear. The challenge lies in mastering the speed. The speedometer rocket upwards, but your car inches forward until everything else zooms past. It's a hilarious quirk that becomes second nature with practice. While the graphics are basic, the sense of speed is undeniable. The world whizzes by in a blur of pixelated scenery, punctuated by occasional oncoming cars that send shivers down your spine, and sometimes results in a crash. Addicting gameplay loops, pushing your speed, narrowly avoiding collisions, and chasing the high score kept us coming back for more. Road Fighter might not be for everyone, especially the spoiled by the modern racing games, but for those yearn for a simpler times, it's a nostalgic gem. I love this game though. Star Force, also known as Mega Force in arcades outside Japan, holds a special place in the hearts of the Famiclone and multicard gamers. Released in 1984, this vertical scrolling shooter took players on a thrilling ride as they piloted towards a final star against the waves of the alien enemies. The gameplay classic shoot 'em up at its finest. You blast your way through increasingly difficult stages, dodging enemy fires and destroying formations of spaceships and ground targets. Power-ups peppers the levels, granting temporary invisibility, stronger fire-ups, and multi-direction shots. While the core loop might seem simple by today's standards, Star Force's challenge is undeniable. Enemies swarm the screen, bullets fly thick and fast, and one wrong move can spell instant defeat. The game's true charm lies in its addicting nature. Destroying enemies and racking up to the points is immensely satisfying, and the colorful visuals and pulsing soundtrack keeps you engaged. While the later stages can be repetitive, frantic action and boss battles provides a constant rush. For those who grew up playing with multicards, Star Force was an often hidden gem. Tucked away amongst the library of the titles, it offered a pure concentrated dose of shooting action. Mastering its levels, achieving a high score becomes a badge of honor amongst their friends. Circus Charlie, a gem of Konami, brought the charm of the circus right into your living room. Even if you're playing a Famiclone multicard in the hazy days of the late 80s, you take control of Charlie, the ever-optimistic clown, as he navigates a series of wacky circus acts. Each stage is a delightful minigame. Ride a lion through flaming hoops, tightrope walking evading mischievous monkeys, and bouncing between trampoliners, dodging fire-breathing the jesters. The controls are responsive, making it easy to pull off the impressive feats, or sometimes a hilarious blunders. The bright colors and catchy circus tunes creates a joyful atmosphere that keeps you coming back for more. While the core gameplay remains the same throughout, the difficulty gradually ramps up, keeping the things challenging. Mastering each act is rewarding, and the bonus points awarded for speed adds another layer of strategy. While some Famiclone multicards offer a hodgepodge of experiences, Circus Charlie stood out as a polished and generally fun title. Adventure Island, a cornerstone on the NES era, found a new life on the countless multicards for those who could not afford dedicated consoles. While the experience was not perfect, it captured the essence of what made the original so memorable. Your core gameplay remained faithful. The control master Haggins, a treasure hunter dashing and jumping throughout the vibrant jungles, caves, and waterfalls. Enemies like projectiles, hammering building midgets, and rolling boulders come at you in the relentless waves. Weapons like axes and skateboards, it does not really help that much, but axes do help though, adds a touch of strategy. Adventure Island on multicards wasn't a flawless experience, but it offered a taste of legendary platformer. It was a reminder of the pure joy that comes from mastering a difficult game, a joy that countless gamers experience thanks to the humble multicard. Zippy Race, also known as Motor Race in arcades, might be the familiar friend for those who spent hours glued to the Famiclone multicard. Developed by IROM in 1983, this motorcycle racing game takes on a scenic journey from Los Angeles to New York City. The gameplay is simple and yet engaging. You navigate your bike across 5 diverse stages, dodging traffic and collecting fuel to keep your engine roaring. Paved roads offer wheelie sections for the bonus points, while dirt tracks test your handling skills. While the graphics are basic by today's standards, the vibrant colors and smooth scrolling keeps the visuals appealing. Zippy Race's charm lies in its addicting loop. Mastering each stage, avoiding crashes, and pushing for high scores provides a satisfying challenge. The increasing difficulty as you choose and larger engine sizes adds another layer of replayability. This game is so much fun. Of course I gotta mention this. Your favorite, my favorite, everybody's favorite. Every boy's favorite. This game should existed literally in every Famiclone multicards. Some had level modifications like removing base stages or mentioning Contra 3 or Contra 4 as like starting from stage 3 to stage 4. They showed remove the license thingy in the title screen, and some had the gun modifications like I would say turning on the game genie, such as always having spread gun or fire gun or machine gun. I basically grew up with Super C a lot, but man, this game was everybody's favorite. There are so many fans for Contra in Asia. No reason why Konami signed a contract with Chinese developers to make PUBG clone. Not just that, they also made a mobile games for Contra too. Now I can't say this game is overrated or underrated, or I would say this game is perfectly rated. I like this game, of course. Lode Runner, a 1983 gem by Doc Smith, was a popular addition to many Famiclone multicards. This single-screen puzzle platformer throws into a thrilling treasure hunt. You control a determined runner who must collect all the golds on each level and escape before the time runs out. The twist? You're not alone. The sneaky enemy patrols the levels, making your gold-grabbing mission a test of strategy and reflexes. You will need to dig tunnels to navigate the maze, outsmart the guards, and collect all the golds. Lode Runner's charm lies in its simple and yet addictive gameplay. The colorful charms and clear level design are a treat for everyone's eyes, even by the Famiclone standards though. The challenge comes from planning your moves, anticipating enemy patterns, and using the environment to your advantage. So if you will find Lode Runner on your Famiclone, prepare to be hooked on this classic treasure hunt with a unique twist. It's a fantastic example on how simple mechanics and clever level design can create a truly engaging experience. So there you have it. No matter what Famiclone you had or multicard, these games were sure present literally in any multicards, especially such as written like 101 and 121. Some of these games were repetitive. If you like this video and learned something new, then do check out my other episodes where I talk about top 10 games, and do participate in my live streams if you like the channel. Thank you so much for watching.